All right, folks, welcome back. Another episode of the Sports Science associated with covering elite receivers training video. I'm your host, Tyrone A. Vance, and today we're going to cover the quick throw. The quick throw. So the quick throw is similar like a little hitch, just a quick throw. They like to do that because teams like to do bubble screens and to try to gain back some nice chunky yards. And they'll just do a quick throw. Generally, the receiver is off the ball. In zone, when they like to run this, mainly, they don't normally run this in press coverage. So, but let's go over the alignment and assignment, and then we'll talk about the technique of all of this. So, on a quick throw, because he's more, the receiver generally is going to be on the outside here. They could throw it in the slot. I've seen it before. But let's say for sake of training, they're outside, right at the numbers. That's a long throw. And I am lining up on his inside shade because of his long distance right at the numbers. I'm watching his waist, I'm watching his foot. But I'm also using my peripheral vision to see back into the quarterback to see when that ball is being released. And what this receiver is going to do, he's just going to turn right back into the quarterback. Quarterback gonna be releasing the ball. I'm only going back 2 steps and I'm exploding back to the receiver. I should get there. A lot of times they have somebody in the slot coming out to try to block me. Now, a lot of cases, if you quick enough, you fast enough, you explode backwards and explode back to the ball carrier with lightning quick speed. This guy never get a chance to block you. That inside guy, he'll never get a chance to block you. A lot of times, guys get blocked because they kind of playing in zone. Remember, we always 4 off. This is why they didn't like to throw the hitch route, the quick throw, when I was covering receivers because I was only 4 yards off the ball, and most offensive coordinators couldn't figure that they were going to be to get that out. It wouldn't have been a successful play. So, but being 4 yards, to my point, is the perfect alignment if you're below average speed, and you only want to be 4. And my example of this suggested video, on my suggested video page, I have a video of 3 Hall of Famers going against each other. Randy Moss, Cris Carter, and Deion Sanders. It's a good game, but I felt Deion was playing back off too far off of Cris Carter. He was, at some points, he was 8 yards off the ball. I couldn't understand him being 8 yards off the ball for any reason versus Cris Carter. Cris Carter could catch, yeah, sure. Well, all receivers can really catch. But he wasn't that fast, not as nearly as fast as Deion Sanders, so I couldn't understand why Deion, primetime, gave up so many yards, just gave it to him. And if you watch film on Minnesota, they like running that hitch route. So he gave them exactly what they wanted. The offense took what the defense was giving them. And if you watch that video, you'll see that Cris Carter picked up a few nice yards throughout the game, and Randy Moss, due to them giving a hitch route. Well, let me move my cones out the way. This is a 2-cone drill. It's only 2 cones. Obviously, the big cone represents the receiver. Little cone represents the defensive back. Okay, so yeah, just when you get a chance, watch that video and see where Deion Sanders' alignment is. It's too far off. He didn't have to be that far off of Cris Carter. Okay, so we know we 2 yards. We already have practiced that. I set up this change of direction drill right here. By us changing direction using this drill right here, where you got 4 cones now, 1, back 2. Well, we don't count the 2 yards, we count here. And then you want to count where your split is at. So it's very important to figure out what is your split, your change of direction split. That's where you're at the apex of your change of direction. For me, it's 33 inches from my toes to my heel. I like a deep knee bend. I like to really change direction at a low point of center of gravity. It's similar to how I like to come out the blocks if I'm running that 40-yard dash. I like to come out like really explosive with that explosive first foot. That's what's going to get you there. But I want you guys to practice that. And to do that, you backpedal 1, 2, but when you come back forward, you already got the cone set somewhere up in here, wherever, depending on your change of direction. It's not gonna be here. It's probably gonna be somewhere up in here. Only you gonna know what's comfortable for you. Once you get that, you wanna practice just change the direction. Go back 2, come up to your change of direction point, do it again. Go back 2, come back up to your change of direction point. Now, you want to also explode backwards 2, change the direction on the angle. That's for these out routes. Change the direction on the angle. So you want to go back 2, whatever your change of direction is, probably going to be right up in here somewhere. Change the direction, come here. That back foot hits, that third back foot hit off the third back foot, and you come in here. You want to do that alternating legs. You want to have outside leverage here, and then you want to do an inside leverage here. So you want to alternate that so you get some work on both legs. Explode backwards 2, change the direction off that third foot, finding that sweet spot, sweet change of direction spot, and fire off. You should at least go out 2-3 yards when you explode out and change direction. You want to go 2-3. You want to get that full effect of that change of force going in the direction that you need to go in. So why do we want to do this? Here again, we said, teaches us how to read routes. It builds muscle memory. This particular drill right here is going to help us develop an explosive back pedal. We're going to be using our waist to foot technique on this hitch route man, watching what he's going to do. His waist is going to turn in a 45-degree angle straight to the quarterback. We do that by using our peripheral vision so we can see ball coming out. This drill right here is going to help us with an explosive explode off the back foot. We explode off that back foot and I change the direction. And we all know we like to attack the outside arm. So if that ball is thrown, we want to make an outside move to attack. And why do I always want to attack on the outside? Was a couple of reasons. That ball is high. Now I'm in good position to make a play on it and I'm not too shallow, one. But secondly, you always want to turn the receiver back into your help defense. Locate that football. Always got to locate the point of that ball if we can. And lastly, when we connect all this together, reading routes, muscle memory, peripheral vision, the game slows down. It just slows down. It's just like a basketball player. They're just not used to the speed. They playing point guard, but once they get used to the speed, they keep working on their handles, the game is slow to them. Even though it looks like it's fast paced, this guy's moving, nice and choreographed, and he knows where to go with the football. That's why it's so important. All right, now I want to cover one other thing here. Well, they're going to see me aggressively coming. I know people are going to be in the press box looking down. Oh, this guy's pretty aggressive, so why not hit him with the double move? So they're going to come back with this, especially if it's not going to be successful. They'll come back with this. This receiver will turn back into the quarterback, and then he's going to sprint out. He's going to do a double move. They're going to get me to come up two, get me coming up in the forward position, and then he's going to take off. But not so fast. I've already practiced that over and over and over again. It's already in my muscle memory. Guess what? I use my peripheral vision, and at that second step, ball ain't coming out. Ball ain't coming out. Uh-oh, it must be a double move. Now, I'm waiting on a double move at that point. So if he double move me and take off, I just swivel my hips and run right into his hip, stay in his hip, stay in his numbers, and I wait on that ball to be thrown. And I'm in position. I like to keep myself in position to make a play. Got to be in position first. It's ball second. Now, if he happen to go to my inside, then I want to ride his elbow like we talked about in the slant and go. I just want to ride his elbow up the field because you want to be elbow, because if I'm elbow, I can see that ball coming right here. I can see that ball coming. It's coming here. I can see it and I can get my hand on it. But if I'm behind, if I'm trailing this guy, if I'm looking at the back of his numbers, I may not have a chance to make a play on that football unless it's a poorly thrown ball. So remember all our keys and of our drills, and we'll be fine. Here again, just trust the process, change your mechanics, change your life. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next drill.